Hello, welcome to Java Programming Tutorials, Chapter 27, Part 5, Collections in Java Queue, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. So in this session, we are going to learn about the queue. So Java queue, it's a collection of ordered elements, and what it does, it performs insert and remove operations differently. And the Java queue, it follows the FIFO order to insert and remove its element. So FIFO stands for first in and first out. Most frequently used queue implementations are this queue implementations are done with the LinkedList or ArrayBlockingQueue or PriorityQueue. As of now, in this session, I'm going to show you the queue implementation with the LinkedList. So to do the operations in the queue, we need to make use of these methods present here. So without wasting much time, let me jump into Eclipse and let me show you a demo of how to implement a queue with a linked list. Queue, and it's of type string. Linked list. Okay, and now let me add the library where these files are defined, classes are defined. Okay, and now I can make use of the methods from now onwards very easily. So to add the item to the queue, so the first thing I'm going to add here is Sam. So Ram and it's Sham. So now what I'll do is I'll make use of system println queue. So when I run the program, you can observe very clearly it's going to print Sam, Ram and Sham. Okay, it's Sam, Ram and Sham. Okay, Sam, Ram and Sham. Okay, I hope you understood this very clearly. Fine. So this is how you can add an element to a queue, and apart from that we have some other methods to understand remove, size and contains. So suppose I'll make use of queue and I'll make use of the remove method. So in the remove, I have to tell like what is the item I have to remove. So I'll tell like remove Sam. So now when I run the program, the particular element, if it is present in the collection, it will be removed. So you can observe very clearly Sam is there and it's been removed. Okay, then we have something called size. It's going to return the size of the collection. So queue dot size, right now it's going to return as 2. Why? Because we have removed the Sam, so the rest elements are 2. So when I run the program, you can observe it's 2. Okay, I hope you understood this. It's very simple. So let me go back to my presentation, and we have something called contains. Returns true if this set contains a specified element. In the sense, you can observe here queue dot contains. So contains in the sense it's going to return as true if the particular element is present in the collection or not. So I'm going to check. In this queue we have an element called Sam, and if it is there, it's going to return true, or else it's going to return false. So you can observe very clearly it does not contain Sam. Why? Because we have removed here. Suppose if I comment this and if I run the program, it returns true because we have a Sam here. We have not yet removed it. Okay, this is the advantage of using the contains method. And we have something called clear, Paul and peak. So let me show you that also. So let me check out the size of the queue, size, and system queue dot clear so we should not print that actually, sorry for that. Q E clear. So again what I'll do is I'll check the count of the queue now. When I've cleared everything, when I use the clear method, it clears everything inside the collection. So when I do that, it's going to remove all the elements. So the size of the collection right now is 0, and starting before when I use the clear, the size of the collection is 3. Okay, and we have something called Paul and peak. So what Paul does is it retrieves and removes the head of this queue, or returns null if the queue is empty. Okay, so now what I'll do is, now you can observe very clearly, I'll tell like queue dot Paul. So what the Paul does, let me run the program. you can observe your, instead of printing that there in the program, you can observe your Ram and Sham are printed, but Sam is not printed. What Paul does is it removes the topmost element. Okay, it does not return you anything, but when you come to the peak, right, it retrieves but does not remove. Okay, so this is the specialty of this. So when I go with peak, you can observe the Sam also will be returned, it does not remove. Okay, you can observe very clearly. So this is the difference between Paul and peak. And apart from that, we are going to learn something called Java queue to array. So if you have a queue, how do you convert it into an array, and vice versa also. So now let me show you Java queue to array. It's very simple. So I need to just remove this, and what I'll do is string str is equal to dot to array. Okay, and to that to array, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass new string queue dot size of. Okay, now what I'm trying to do is I'm having a queue, I'm trying to convert it into an array. So how can I do that? With the help of these two lines: system dot out dot println. Okay, it's arrays dot to string. So inside that I'm going to pass my array str. Okay, so now when I run the program, you can observe very clearly. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to print. Okay, I'm having a queue, I'm trying to convert it into an array. So you can observe very clearly, these two lines clearly explain like how you can convert a queue into an array. Okay, and next, now what we are going to learn is if you have a array, then how do you convert it into a queue? That is the important thing. So what I'll do is I'll go back here again. Let me remove these things which are present here. So let me remove these things and these references also which are not required as of now. So now what I'll do is I'll take an array string numbers is equal to, let me initialize an array 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now what I do is I'll tell like queue string. So I'm having an array, now I'm trying to convert it into a queue. So is equal to new LinkedList okay. Now I need to add the references of them. So import queue and this import the LinkedList. So everything is fine. So now we have something called collections class, collections dot add all. Okay, so what I need doing is I'm trying to pass my queue object, then the other argument I need to pass is the nums, which is my array name. So array name is numbers. Okay, numbers, and end up with semicolon. Now when I tell system dot out dot println, and I'm going to print my queue, not just array. So if it prints very clearly, it's understood that my array is converted into an queue. So you can observe very clearly it's been converted into an queue. So this is how you can convert array into queue and queue into an array. So this is what we learned in this session, like how to work with the queue, and queue implements, like queue implementation normally done with LinkedList, ArrayBlockingQueue and PriorityQueue. Right now I've shown you for the LinkedList, you can try with the rest of them. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our website. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.